So it's been 4 months-ish, give or take, since I last streamed. I haven't uploaded a video in forever. So I think this is a good point to come back, kind of journal what's been going on. Because 2026 has been like the craziest, best, and worst year ever of my life. I'm gonna yap about that a lot in this video. And there's probably so much I'm gonna forget to mention as well that I'll yap about on stream. But before I start talking about all the IRL stuff, the cringe Vtuber stuff, I just want to talk about my name because I finally picked a name. I used to go by Wannabe VT for forever. And then I had a couple names I was picking and choosing. And then finally I was just like, you know what? This one sounds cool. It sounds dark and edgy, the complete opposite of me. So I finally decided on Darkle. For backstory, there's nothing crazy about this name. It's just when I was little, I liked just writing stories and making characters. And this was a character I made, and I never really delved too much into this character. I just had a vague image and idea of him. He was just an edgy boy. It's very, very opposite of me. He was just like this edgy boy. I just thought the name was so cool. And when I was younger, I was always like the kid that always would side and root for the villains and stuff. But that's it. It's just like a character I made when I was a kid. Never really had a idea like a concrete image of how he looked. But the name was just cool. It's just just sounds dark and mysterious. Lore wise, I haven't really been thinking of lore because I figured that's something I can think of long term. I've been lately just been like thinking of another thing I'm working on just for fun. So that's been just taking precedent. But lore wise, I was thinking like maybe if I'm gonna be like I don't know, dark, mysterious sounding. I have a feeling like the name is a good limitation where I can kind of not have an infinite amount of possibilities and kind of limit myself and start to actually get things done, which is a good thing. So I was like, maybe I lean into that kind of dark, mysterious vibe, aura, I don't know. And maybe the lore right now, because obviously, or me, no, I gotta get in the character. My lore. My lore is that I've been cursed. I've been cursed, and I have amnesia, and I don't know why. But yes, that's my that's my lore right now. I'm cursed, and my memories are just all over the place. Yeah, I'll figure it out over time. Wink, 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 wink. It's not that I definitely don't know. I definitely don't have any ideas, but yeah, that's the lore right now. So yeah, that's the lore. And that's the name, I guess. From now on, I guess I can start planning a a design question mark. That sounds kind of cool, right? Right? I'll figure things out as time goes on. There's no rush for these things, and I've kind of gotten away from the whole being perfect about everything as well. So that's that for now. I just want to yap about 2026 now because 2026. Well, to give you some backstory, in my very first video, I mentioned I have some health problems. It's how I got into VTubing. I started watching Iron Mouse. I found her on like a Ludwig stream. I didn't even know VTubers existed. I watched anime, but I never really looked. I never was one for social media and like, explored communities. So I literally just ran into VTubing one day, and then I learned about Iron Mouse through clips, because then she started appearing on like my feeds. I was just like, wow, I hate to say this, I relate to her. Anyways, I've had like long-term health issues, and I think I need to mention this a little bit just to give some context of why I've been gone. I don't want to expose too much about myself. I can't really say what's been going on in 2026 without talking about it. But basically, for a very, 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 very long time, I've just dealt with like chronic pain and chronic fatigue. The fatigue, I'm managing somehow through tips and tricks like streaming hungry. Okay, forget that. I don't want to get banned. And well, the pain is it sucks. It just sucks away like my quality of life to just, it just sucks. I don't want to get too into it, but I'm sure anyone with like health problems just knows it just sucks. It's like it takes away my social life. I just obsess over it. It's literally just 24/7 just thinking about it because I feel it 24/7. And my escape has just been kind of just playing games, watching anime, bed rotting. I had that, I had a bed rot arc. That's where I disappeared for a couple of years. Streaming has been so good because not only is it kind of games and escapism, but it kind of gives me a social life again. And I miss that. Like, I'm kind of losing it lately. Even though I feel like I'm actually finally, chasing after, what's causing, all these health issues. And that's what 2026 has been about. My social life has been in shambles, to say the least. I haven't been playing any games. I haven't been talking to anyone. All my friends are living their best lives. And I'm just like, I just feel so isolated. I don't know how much else I want to say about my health at the moment. It's just, pain and fatigue. It just sucks. Anyone that experiences that, I'm sure you know. Moving on, now that you know a little bit about my health, for 2026, I had this backlog of like a to-do list that I made during like the last couple of years when I was just kind of like bed rotting and not doing anything with my life. I just made a list of like, if I ever stand up and figure out or get the motivation, here's all the things I want to do. And the more I made out that list, the more, the more daunting it seemed. And I decided in 2026, I'm going to start taking steps to do all these to-dos. So I didn't want to put too much pressure on myself because originally I was going to be like, all right, January 1st, New Year's resolutions. And then I was like, you know what? I'm getting back in that perfectionism mindset. That's not good. So I actually started in December, and that's why I think my last stream was like the end of November. So I started in December. I started setting up appointments, just doing all these things basically. And thankfully I did that because by the time I had my appointments started, rolling about, it was like January. So I'm glad I did all this in December. So I started going to appointments. I started working. I think I was already working full time at work, but I got offered like a promotion. I immediately took it because I need the money. I need the guaranteed hours. It's good to have to pay for all these like medical bills and whatnot. And at first and this sucks too because I opted out. I opted out of my benefits going full time because I was like, well, if I'm going to be seeing all these people and a lot of this stuff may or may not be covered by insurance, I might as well just take the money. And I deeply regret that. But anyways, working full time, which to be honest has been the biggest hurdle of coming back and streaming because like I work 8.5-hour days, and then with driving, prepping, like making food, showering, chores, it's like by the time I get home I might have like 2 hours of free time. And then I'm doing like, one of the things I'm doing is like physical therapy now. And by the time I have to do that morning and night, and I have to do that. I have to fit that in now, make time for that. I told you this is going to be a yap session. I just have no time, and it sucks. Because then I was like, I'm going to start chasing my dreams. And I was like, I want to make a video game. So now I'm trying to learn how to code at the same time. And I don't have time for that either. And I'm losing it. But things are starting to calm down now that we're in April. I have a lot of the appointments are kind of tapering down, and I'm kind of getting a feel for things. I'm starting to have more time, thankfully. And I was like, this is perfect. I need to come back to streaming or I'm going to lose it. I need to talk to people. I know I only had like 2 or 3 people showing up to my streams. Thank you guys so much for just like being there. Like, cause if I streamed those couple months and no one showed up, I probably wouldn't be coming back. It's crazy to think about that, but just I got to see how much fun it was just talking to people. It was so much fun. And I started to miss it, and here I am. So maybe I just wrap it up here. I think I mentioned, actually I jotted down some talking points. So let me just make sure I talk about everything. Oh yeah. Oh, okay. I do want to talk about this. Am I officially a VTuber now? Am I officially a VTuber? I was a wannabe VTuber, but now I have a name. It's not really saying I'm a wannabe anymore, right? So I just wanted to say, I think I'm not gonna consider myself official yet. In my mind, that is. I'm probably considered one, right? But I want to have like a debut. I feel like you have to have a debut, right? So I think I need like a model for that. Lore, I don't, you don't really need to like lore for a debut. I think you just have to have a name and a model, right? So I want to do that one day. Average day. I think I talked about this. My next talking point, average day breakdown. Yeah. Morning, I wake up. I've been having so much trouble sleeping lately too, I guess from stress. So morning I wake up what, like 3 a.m., try and sleep until 6. Physical therapy, make food, shower, go to work, come home, eat, physical therapy, go to sleep, die on the inside. What else? What else? Oh yeah, I revamped my desk setup to be more streamer friendly. So I do have to get things a little set up with OBS, but like I didn't buy any new equipment, but I did just change my whole setup, made it more what's the word? Better on my posture. Because before I did buy one new thing. I bought a new chair. Because before I was sitting on a stool. So now I have an actual chair that doesn't hurt my back. So it's a lot more comfy. I think streams are gonna just be a lot more relaxing. So yeah, I revamped my desk. I am getting a new phone. That's one perk about working so much and not having time to, go out, socialize, eat, do anything, buy games, is that I've saved up money. So I'm getting a new phone because my phone right now is really old. And hopefully maybe I'll have some better model tracking, face tracking. And then I'll be able to install apps because I have no storage on my current phone. So I'll be able to put on Discord, like Twitter, well, X, whatever it's called now, Twitter, and be like I can socialize at work and whatnot. What else? What else? I already said, yeah, 2026 best and worst year. Oh, yeah. This is the next talking point. I've been traveling so much for these appointments because I'm not trying to just see. Obviously, I live in the middle of nowhere, but like I'm trying to like really go hard with this in this because I don't want to live the rest of my life in pain. I'm being frankly honest. So I've been just traveling to see kind of like specialists and experts, and like once or twice a week. Like today, for example, in like a couple minutes, I'm driving like 2 hours to see someone, and then like my next day off this week, I'm driving another like hour and 45 minutes to see someone. I've been traveling out of state, just going so many places. Just it has been tough. Like literally, I want to say 90% of my day offs since the start of this year, I've been busy. What else is a talking point? I talked about that. Oh yeah. I probably should say I did update all my socials. I mean, I've never really posted on them, so this isn't really like, I guess it is a plug, but not a plug. I've updated all my socials with my new name. I don't know if this made the cut because I've made so many attempts at recording this already. But if there is another Darkle VTuber out there, I am so sorry. I could not find you. I like searched for you. I didn't see any. The only Darkles I saw were like business names. So I don't think I'm really encroaching on anyone's territory here. But I did not see a Darkle VTuber. I looked everywhere. So if there is another Darkle VTuber out there, I'm sorry. I didn't find you when I looked. So the last thing I want to talk about is what I'm going to be doing streaming wise. Basically, I want to play a lot of indie games, single player games, because I just have this dream to make a video game one day, and I just want like to see, inspiration and play other games that are indies, and then just kind of like have fun. I just love single player games. And hopefully I'll be streaming very soon. There is something I want to play this week, and I think it's a play test, so I have to play this week. So just keep an eye out. My Discord channel is below. There's stream notifications. And then if I know I'm going to be streaming, I'll like update my Twitch title ahead of time as early as I know, and I'll put it in the Discord as well as early as I know. I just have to make time to stream, and I will make time because it's obviously it's fun and it's something I want to do. Because I've been just not playing games because I was like, oh, I can play this on stream. So yes, very soon. Hopefully, just it'll be in Discord. It'll be on the Twitch channel name. So yeah, thanks for listening to me yap. If you stuck it out this long, I'm sure there's gonna be a lot more to yap about on stream. I'm gonna wrap this up right now because I will just keep going and keep going. That's good for streams, not good for videos. So yeah, thanks for watching.